Have you ever studied English for years but still felt nervous during real conversations? One of the main reasons is that many learners focus heavily on grammar and textbooks but do not learn the vocabulary that people actually use in everyday life. Real-life conversations are filled with practical words, common expressions, and natural phrases that help people communicate smoothly. Learning this type of vocabulary can make your English sound more natural, confident, and fluent. When meeting someone for the first time, native speakers often use simple but friendly expressions. Instead of asking only, "How are you?" they may say, "How's it going?" "What's up?" or "How have you been?" These phrases help create a more relaxed and natural conversation. Similarly, instead of answering with just, "I'm fine," you can say, "I'm doing great," "I've been busy lately," or "I'm doing pretty well." Learning a variety of responses makes your conversations more interesting. One important area of real-life vocabulary is talking about daily routines. For example, instead of saying, "I wake up and go to work," you can use more natural expressions such as, "I get up early," "I head to work," or "I start my day with a cup of coffee." Native speakers often use phrases like, "grab breakfast," "run errands," and "catch up on work." These expressions appear frequently in everyday conversations and can help you sound more fluent. Another useful category is vocabulary for making plans. Imagine you want to meet a friend. Instead of saying, "Let's meet tomorrow," you might say, "Are you free tomorrow? Do you want to hang out?" or "Let's get together this weekend." If you're discussing schedules, you can use phrases like, "I'm available," "I'm tied up," or "I have a packed schedule." These expressions are commonly used in both personal and professional settings. Conversations about food are also very common. Native speakers often talk about what they ate, where they went, or what they want to try. Useful vocabulary includes words like delicious, tasty, flavorful, spicy, and fresh. Instead of saying, "The food was good," you could say, "The food was amazing," "The meal was delicious," or "The restaurant served flavorful dishes." These descriptive words make your conversations more engaging. When discussing work or studies, it is helpful to know practical vocabulary that people use every day. Common expressions include, meet a deadline, work on a project, attend a meeting, submit an assignment, and prepare a presentation. For example, you might say, "I've been working on an important project this week," or "I need to meet a deadline by Friday." Such vocabulary is especially useful for students and professionals. People often talk about their feelings and emotions in conversations. Instead of repeatedly saying happy, sad, or angry, try using more specific words. You could say excited, thrilled, disappointed, frustrated, anxious, or relaxed. For example, "I'm excited about my vacation," or "I was frustrated because my internet wasn't working." These words help you express yourself more accurately and naturally. Travel is another popular topic in conversations. Useful travel-related vocabulary includes destination, flight, accommodation, sightseeing, tourist attraction, and itinerary. You might say, "I'm planning a trip to London next month," or "We spent the day sightseeing around the city." Learning travel vocabulary can make conversations about vacations and experiences much easier. Native speakers also rely heavily on phrasal verbs. These are combinations of verbs and prepositions that create new meanings. Examples include pick up, drop off, find out, look after, and carry on. For example, "I'll pick you up at the airport, can you look after my dog?" or "I found out some interesting news." Using phrasal verbs appropriately can significantly improve your conversational English. Another important skill is knowing how to keep a conversation going. Instead of giving short answers, try asking follow-up questions. Useful phrases include, "Really? How did that happen? What do you think about that?" and "Can you tell me more?" These expressions show interest and encourage the other person to continue speaking, making conversations more enjoyable and natural. Small talk is a major part of real-life communication, especially in English-speaking countries. Common small talk topics include the weather, hobbies, sports, movies, and current events. You can say, "It's a beautiful day today, have you seen any good movies recently?" or "What do you do in your free time?" Practicing these topics can help you feel more comfortable when meeting new people. One of the best ways to improve your vocabulary for real-life conversations is through daily exposure to English. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, follow English YouTube channels, and pay attention to how native speakers communicate. Try writing down useful words and phrases, then practice using them in your own conversations. The more you hear and use these expressions, the more natural they will become. Remember that learning vocabulary is not just about memorizing words, it is about learning how people actually use them. Focus on phrases, collocations, and common expressions rather than individual words. In conclusion, real-life conversations require practical vocabulary that goes beyond textbook English. By learning words and expressions related to daily routines, food, work, emotions, travel, small talk, and social interactions, you can communicate more effectively and sound more like a native speaker. Consistent practice and exposure to authentic English will gradually build your confidence and fluency. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment below with a new phrase you learned today and use it in a sentence. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and see you in the next English vocabulary lesson.